Welcome to Holographic Health Insights, the podcast where science meets soul for complete well-being. Join hosts Reverend Anne-Marie Byers and her daughter Rochelle Generis as they explore transformative health approaches that integrate body, mind, and spirit, from energy medicine to holistic practices.
With so many supplements on the market, what makes holographic health formulas unique? Today we uncover the science, energy-based components, and holistic benefits that set them apart from the rest. Welcome back, everyone. Skip Monty, co-host, producer, back in the studio with owners of Holographic Health, Inc., Reverend Anne-Marie Byers and Rochelle Generis. Nice to see you ladies again. Hope you've been well.
Doing well.
We are, Skip.
Very good, very good. Well, I can't wait to hear more about what makes your holographic health supplements truly special. So it's time to separate fact from fiction. How are holographic health supplements set apart from other supplements?
Years ago, when Dr. Baruti was developing holographic health, he was not only a chiropractor, but a naturopath and had a lot of degrees and did a lot of research about supplements, etc. And so he determined that there were not that many good supplements out there that had not only what they said was in them, but were tested properly. So we have this line of supplements that are synergistic supplements made to his specifications at good labs. There are only a couple of really excellent labs in the country that make most of the good supplements out there, and ours are made at those to his specifications, and we have agreements with those labs, and they adhere to good manufacturing practices. So that means they are tested, all the ingredients are tested, so they know exactly what is in there. What's on the label is what is in the product. All the ingredients are sourced and made in the USA. And so they're not made from other foreign countries. The only exception to that is a certain type of aloe, which goes in a couple of our products. And a good Cape aloe has to be grown in specific sandy soil in Africa. And so we get that particular aloe for two of our products. And that is the only exception, but it is still tested, and it is that there are no contaminants or anything in any of these products. So we have those agreements in place. They're all vegan in veggie caps, except for one that has a milk derivative colostrum in it. And of course, all of that is tested stringently as well. And of course, we have one fish oil capsule for those who need fish oil. So we have agreements in place that the ones that are tablets and the capsules have to dissolve within 2.5 minutes. So they're not going to be the bedpan bullets that people have experienced with some companies. And they are going to dissolve. They're going to do what they say they do. And they have what they say they have in them. We can't say that supplements do anything other than, the FDA says if you take vitamin C, that'll prevent scurvy and things like that. So we can't make claims in that regard. But we know that what is in them and people can do their own research and determine what they want to take supplements for. But what we say is in there is in there. And then we go a step further. We balance the supplement energetically. People are familiar with homeopathic remedies, and so we use our own holopathic energy signatures to promote organs and glands, to antidote certain conditions, and that does not necessarily mean that we can cure some disease or something like that. It just means that we'll promote the signature to break up a pattern in the body. So let's take arthritis, for example. We have a product called Cherry Gold that supports the body so that it can try to reduce inflammation. And we put an energy signature in there to antidote arthritis. Now, that is just arthritis is a pattern. And so this is telling the body, don't pattern that in this body. Now, this doesn't mean we can cure arthritis by any stretch of the imagination with a supplement, but we put things like that in our supplements to make the body aware that we are antidoting a condition or promoting a gland. So instead of using the glandular products that some supplements use, we promote the organs and glands energetically. So it makes it totally safe. And there isn't the concern about the contaminants that are in many organs and glands in animals. I grew up on a farm, and my dad always said that the heavy metals, the contaminants, go directly to the organs and glands of the body, of the animal's body. And so there were certain organs that he suggested you not eat, depending on where the animal was grown or harvested, etc., unless you know where it's coming from. So that made me really concerned about putting glandular products in ours. And we have a lot of vegetarian customers who want vegetarian and vegan products. And so we're committed to what they want to do for their own health and spiritual preferences. So that those are reasons that we promote these energetically. And we have really good results with the energetic promotion. And so that's the way we do it. And for those familiar with homeopathy, it's the same concept. It's just our methodology of doing it.
Very good. Now, not to backtrack, but you said your supplements have to dissolve within 2 minutes. You said
2.5
2.5
minutes,
minutes,
yes.
so that they wouldn't.
Yes, whether,
Did you say bedpan bullets? Is that what you
yes.
said? I've never heard
That's
that
a
term.
technical term for, people have tested a lot of vitamins that, go in and come out the other end just as intact as when they took them. The body can't dissolve them.
Wow.
And so many other supplement lines or supplements contain all kinds of toxic things, antifreeze, and just it's amazing what they will put in there. And types of vitamins that, even if it says it's vitamin A, it may not be a natural form. So it may not work as well in the body. All of ours are the natural forms from food. All of ours are food sourced. So they're natural, they're vegan or vegetarian, except in the cases where we pointed out on the label, of course, and they are very pure.
Very good.
Another thing that Anne mentioned was that they are synergistic. So let me touch on that just a second. So by synergistic, she means that they kind of work together. So like our 12 systems will work nicely with another product like Colonize. They kind of target certain things and they kind of specialize in certain things, but they also work well together. And another thing that is special about them that really struck me when I was learning about them from Dr. Broody was that he would often adjust the formula to the current population. So, like Anne mentioned, the glandulars and things that we have since removed, we were using our muscle testing to kind of look at the population as a whole. And we're able to kind of fine tune some of the ingredients to make each supplement more beneficial, the most beneficial that it can be for the population at the time. So we might go and do that every 5 to 10 years, just as the population is changing and adjusting. And as the ingredients are changing, we'll kind of look at that and adjust as we go along as well.
Wow. Very good. As far as you mentioned, I was going to ask what type of ingredients set your formulas apart, and you hammered that, and you also said that sourcing was very important. Why is sourcing so crucial?
Some people, it's very common for ingredients to be sourced from countries like China. And even if something is labeled organic in China, there is so much industrial runoff. that it may contain heavy metals or things that you really don't want in your supplement. So we ensure that all of ours are U.S. sourced. Plus, we're committed to, supporting the United States. But the industrial runoff in other countries is a big concern as well. So we don't want that. And, it's more expensive to source something generally from another country unless the ingredient is not as good, not as pure. So we really want to find the best source. Now, the exception, as I said, is the Cape aloe, where aloe needs to be grown in a certain kind of soil. And so that one is sourced from Africa, and for that reason. But, we ensure that the labs are testing these, like we said, they're all GMP certified by the FDA. And so the FDA has stringent rules for testing ingredients, and supplements are not approved by the FDA. They are controlled by the FDA as food. So they require testing be done to ensure a safe food source, and that is what ours and all supplements fall into.
Very good. I'm all for, if nothing else, I'm all for sourcing in the U.S. and that way you can avoid tariffs if you do.
Absolutely, that as well. And one more thing about the synergistic angle to our supplements, we also have Dr. Broody put things together that work well together. Our zinc, for example, has calcium in it, and it has certain B vitamins that are needed for zinc to absorb properly. And so all of these are working together so they will absorb very well in the body. And then they all contain digestive enzymes so that they will digest more easily and won't make people nauseous. We've had people tell us that our zinc is the only zinc that they could take without getting nauseous. And I suggest people take certain things like that with food just in case. But all of our supplements contain digestive enzymes, so they will digest more readily in the body.
Awesome. I know we're running short on time, but one thing I would love to revisit in a future episode, possibly. You both mentioned heavy metals and the effect on the body. I know I've got a podcast with a water purification system guy, and he talks about microplastics and in the body that most people today have the equivalent of a plastic spoon in their brain. So would love to touch on that in a future episode if you guys are cool with that.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Anne-Marie, Rochelle, thank you for pulling back the curtain on what makes Holographic Health supplements truly stand out. Looking forward to our next insightful discussion, and hope y'all have a great rest of the day.
Thanks,
You too. Thank you, Skip.
Thank you. Talk soon.
Thanks for joining us on Holographic Health Insights. If you're ready to dive deeper into transformative health approaches, visit holographichealth.com or give us a call at 800-566-1522. Remember, your journey to total well-being starts here.